Good morning, my Stretch and Flow Devotional sisters. It is good to meet you here on the mat again for us to move and breathe and be in community. We're going to start on our backs this morning. So for the devotional reading, if you'd like to make your way back to the mat, feet to the floor, with your hands above your head. So bend to your elbows, hands above your head, so you're nice and open across your chest and heart. And for your feet, if you have your feet wide to the edge of the mat and your knees falling towards one another, that's called constructive rest. And that way you don't need to hold your legs up, but they are leaning towards one another. I am reading from Jesus Calling, July 18th. I am nearer than you think, richly present in all your moments. You are connected to me by love bonds that nothing can sever. However, you may sometimes feel alone because your union with me is invisible. Ask me to open your eyes so that you can find me everywhere. The more aware you are of my presence, the safer you feel. This is not some sort of escape from reality. It is tuning in to ultimate reality. I am far more real than the world you can see, hear, and touch. Faith is a confirmation of things we do not see and the conviction of their reality. Perceiving as real fact what is not rewarded to the senses. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. Okay. Down here on our backs, back to the mat, feet to the floor, hands above your head. Let's begin to move the knees side to side. Begin to stretch and open through your hips this morning. Bringing those knees from side to side. You might focus on the sensation of the ground under your feet, the way the sensations change of connection under your feet as you move your knees from side to side, opening through the hips. I'm going to focus on that inner knee pressing in and that outer leg pressing out, stretching deeply. And let that outer leg reach for the ground, that inner knee reach for the ground, and breathe here. We have our hands above our head, bend to the elbows, coaxing our shoulders and shoulder blades to the ground for a deep opening across the heart. Stretching into the hips. You might even feel this up into your solar plexus, your abdomen. Open the eyes of our hearts, Lord. Open the eyes of our hearts. And we'll bring the knees to the other side. Focus on that inner knee pressing towards the mat, that outer leg opening up. Breathing with an openness across your heart. Open the eyes of our heart, Lord. Open the eyes of our heart. And then we'll swing the knees again, back and forth. And then draw the knees in towards your body, wrap your arms around your shins, and you might continue to find a rocking motion back and forth. Rocking motion back and forth. And then let's bring the knees into a circle. circling your knees above your hips as you gently draw your tailbone down to the ground. And after you've moved your knees in a circle one direction, you might go the other direction. It's good for the body. It's good for the mind. It's good for our mind-body connection. Moving in one direction, moving in the other. All right, ladies, let's let our bodies fall to one side. Pressing up through your hands so we can meet up here in simple seated. Let's meet here in simple seated, using your pillows behind your hips if you like. It's up to you. Here we are in simple seated. Let's roll through the shoulders. We roll through the shoulders. Draw those shoulders up towards the earlobes. Send the shoulder blades back and down and low and loose. Tucking in the chin. We'll turn the head from side to side. Turning your head from side to side. You keep turning. I'm reading from Ephesians 1:18. Open the eyes of their hearts and let the light of your truth flood in. Shine your light on the hope you are calling them to embrace. Reveal to them the glorious riches you are preparing as their inheritance. That is Ephesians 1:18. And then with a gaze forward, let's connect the right hand next to the right hip as we lengthen up through the left side. We lengthen up from left hip to left tips of the fingers. And then lengthen over. It might feel good to pulse into the side stretch this morning. See if you can sense this left hip, that left sits bone glued to the mat. As you reach from your left hip through the left tips of your fingers, maybe looking out beyond the left hand. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Ephesians 11:1. Ephesians 11, the chapter on faith. 3, 2, 1. We'll bring that arm back, roll the shoulders, and move the neck. Move the neck. Okay, connect the left hand to the ground next to the left hip, lengthen up through the right side. Lengthen up. And then we lengthen over. Pulsing into this deep side stretch this morning. Can you feel your right hip, your right sits bone glued to the mat? Finding full extension from your right hip through the right tips of your fingers, looking out beyond that right hand, beyond what we cannot see. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. Looking into the unseen with hope and faith. 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm back and roll the shoulders. All right, let's bring the chin down. Actually, feel this like your nose is drawing your head down, and see if that just might bring a little length to the back of your spine, your cervical spine. It's your nose that draws your chin down, and it's your nose that draws your head up, and your nose that draws it down. Up and down, stretching through your throat. and the back of your cervical spine. Open the eyes of our heart, Lord. And let the light of your truth flood in. Let the light of your truth flood in. Shine your light on the hope you are calling us to embrace. Okay. Let's move into our seated staff. Kicking those legs out in front. You might want to give the legs a shake. Drawing your toes back towards your body. Energetically, we draw those toes back towards the body. Feel your tailbone rooting for the earth. A string at the crown of your head, drawing the crown of your head up into the heavenly realms. Psalm 26:3, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. And with that, let's move into our flowing spine twist, lengthening up, hands overhead, twisting to the right, and the hands float down. And lengthen up, twist left, lengthen up, twist right. Move and breathe to your pace. Acts 17:28. In him we live and move and have our being. For in him we move and live and have our being. Acts 17:28. Let's do one more each side. Whatever side you're on, one more on each. Lengthening up with an inhale. Lengthening over with an exhale. Seated staff, forward fold. You might bend at the knees so you can reach your feet, go into this deep stretch. Slowly, intentionally, maybe just lengthening one leg at a time. Deepening into seated staff, forward fold. Lengthening through your back, your hamstrings. Lengthening in your breath. Long extended exhales as you deepen and deepen into this stretch. Last full breath cycle here. And we'll bring the shoulders up, up, up. The shoulders come up and back. Hands behind your hips to support your upper body. And here as you press into one palm, if it feels safe for your neck to look up. Bring your chin from side to side. Open through your heart. Lifting your gaze, lifting your chin in trust, faith, and hope. Now, faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews 11:1. And then we'll move into those hips again, bringing your feet to the edge of the mat. Knees from side to side. Our devotional started out with these words: I am nearer than you think, richly present in all of your moments. I am nearer than you think, richly present in all of your moments. And let's draw the hips back, straighten the legs out. We'll make our way into a seated spine twist, bringing your left leg over your right, getting stable in your hips, tall in your spine, softening into your face and jaw, neck and shoulders. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast on you. Perfect peace for the face. We'll bring the left hand behind the left hip, the right arm comes over. Inhale, tall spine, and exhale towards your left shoulder. Moving, breathing, twisting at your pace. Two more of your breath cycles here. After your second breath cycle, releasing out, you want to release your body forward, unravel your legs, give them a shake out. We'll make our way to seated spine twist, right leg over left. Sense your tailbone rooting for the earth, stirring at the crown of your head, drawing your head up into the heavenly realms. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast. Psalm 26:3. Those whose minds are steadfast on you. We'll bring the right hand behind the right hip, left arm comes over. Inhale, tall spine, exhale towards right shoulder. Twisting and breathing at your pace. Two more of your breath cycles here. And as you release that last breath, release the legs out, and we're going to move into our tabletop. Let's move into our tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we'll begin to move into those hips, bringing them side to side. Maybe bringing them back and down, moving your head and shoulders as much as you like into this. And the next way to move our spine, let's press our hands forward and move the body forward and back. And all the snap, crackle, pops of the morning are welcome here. Snap, crackle, pop of the morning. Move and breathe at your pace. Acts 17:28. For in him we live and move and have our being. As even some of our own poets have said, for we are indeed his. In him we move and breathe and have our being. We are indeed his. And as you move forward into the palms of your hands, you might press into one palm, peek over your opposite shoulder. And then set your hips back here to child's. Bringing your hips back to your heels. If you like to leave your hands pressed forward, or maybe you'd like to stack one hand on the other and your forehead resting on your hands. We're going to sit back in some stillness here in child's. You're feeling the way your breath draws in and releases out. Your breath draws in, releases out. James 4:8, draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. If you want to walk your fingertips forward, finding a stretch here from your tips of your fingers to your armpits. Feeling a stretch from your armpits to your hips. Drawing your breath into the back of your lungs. What would that feel like? Drawing in, releasing out. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you, drawing in the air to the back of your lungs. Releasing it out as you bring your body up to tabletop. Bring our body up to tabletop, and we're going to move into our down dog from here. So from tabletop to move to down dog, I like to press my hands beyond my head, tuck my toes under my feet, pull up on my knees, press heart, hips, and heels behind down dog, pedaling it out. Pressing one knee towards the mat as the opposite. Press one heel towards the mat as the opposite knee bends. Pedal out your down dog this morning. Feel the strength and stability you create in your body to be in this shape and form. Strength, stability, agency over your body. We are going to step into our supported forward fold, bringing your right foot under your right hip, lots of bend to your knees. Left foot under left hip, bend to the knees. You still have hands to the floor, moving your body forward and back. Forward and back in your supported forward fold. Maybe you can get a new perspective A new view, a new perspective. Looking behind you. Again, while feeling the strength, stability, and agency you have over your body, over your life. Let's move into complete forward fold. If you'd like to bring your hands to your elbows, let the strength of your low body hold the release of your upper body. Forward fold. And if it feels safe, you might shake out your head and your neck. And then let gravity do its thing. Imagining the crown of your head and your elbows like magnets being drawn closer and closer to the floor beneath. If it feels good, twist into your forearms. Twisting at the forearms. And back to the forward fold release. Release our hands from our elbows, bring them up to your thighs. As you press down through your feet, press into your hands, roll your body up to standing. Woo. And if you feel dizzy, hands to the top of your head. You might just take a little stroll around your mat, back and forth or around your mat. We walk about in freedom. Psalm 119, 114, we walk about in freedom, and I will meet you in Strong Mountain. Here we are, Strong Mountain with a wide stance. A wide stance, feet beyond your hips. Let's roll through the shoulders. Bringing the shoulders up towards the earlobes and back and down, low and loose. Here we go, starting with our side stretches. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale to a side stretch right. Inhale up, side stretch left. You move and breathe at your pace. Inhale, we move and live and have our being, for we are indeed His. Acts 17:28. One more each side. Hands meet overhead into prayer hands. We'll draw the hands down, heart center. And let the hands fall out in front. And thumbs move behind, our heart opening. Inhale together. Exhale, open. Open the eyes of our heart, Lord. Three, two, hands together, hands open, open heart. 3, 2, 1, arms come down and they roll out again. Hands come in, heart center. We're going into our Good Morning Jesus stretch. Here we go. Inhale, squat, exhale, arms up and around. For this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. How can we rejoice with our bodies this morning? This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Feel that you're moving that atmosphere with your hands and with your praises. We can move, affect the atmosphere with our praise. This is the day the Lord has made. Last one. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And roll out those shoulders. All right, we'll stay with our wide stance here, bringing the hands up as high as the shoulders. We're going to do triangle. Looking out over our right hand, you might bend or point your right toe, right knee to the right. Low body stays stable for triangle. We shift the upper body to the right, right arm down, left arm up, staying open as you're able through your heart and shoulders. Reverse triangle, you would twist your right palm up, low body stays stable, right hand comes up, right arm up, left arm back, reverse triangle. Three, two, one, we'll come back. We're gonna go to warrior two, looking out strong and courageous over that right hand. Warrior two, the right knee bends, the body goes with it. The body shifts with the knee. Looking out strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God goes with you. Warrior two. We're going to move back to peaceful warrior. Twist the palm of your right hand up again. Right arm up, left arm back. Beautiful, peaceful warrior this morning. Three, two, one. We'll release out of it. Bring your feet in if you like. Maybe kick out, shake out your legs. Take a drink before we do the other side. Okay, make our way back to a wide stance for triangle on the other side. Bring the hands up as high as the shoulders. Looking out over your left hand, left toe, left knee, point to the left. Low body stays stable. Shift your upper body to the left, left arm down, right arm up, triangle. Staying open through your heart and your shoulders. As you're able, you got this. I'm going to twist that left palm up, go to our reverse triangle, low body stays stable. Left arm up, right arm back, reverse triangle. Three, two, one. We bring the body back to arms up. We're going to warrior two, looking out strong and courageous over your left hand. Left knee bends, the body shifts with it, warrior two. And you sink into the strength of your thighs and hips and feet. Have some ease for your face. As we go to peaceful warrior, turn the left palm up, left arm up, right arm back. Beautiful, peaceful warrior. Looking up to the unseen. Looking beyond what you can see, the assurance of things hoped for. 3, 2, 1, and we release out of that. All right, my friends, it's time to make our way back down to the mat. Back to the mat, feet to the floor. Catch your breath. Here we go. Back to the mat, feet to the floor. Oh. Anybody else feel the relief of that? The relief of the ground supporting your body. Let's move the pelvis forward and back. Bringing connection of the low back to the mat and then pressing it forward. Find a little curve back and forth like that. And then setting up, lining the body for bridge. Feet to the mat, palms to the mat. We're going to press through the feet, through the back of the arms, lift the hips up. Here we go, bridge. Keeping pressure off the back of your neck by drawing your arms under your body, pressing through the back of the arms, lifting with an open heart here. Lifting with an open heart in bridge. Draw near to God and He will draw near to you. 3, 2, 1. We'll lower the hips to the mat. Draw the knees in close and then kick those legs up the wall, point and flex. You can support your legs up the wall with your hands behind your hamstrings or your hands under your hips to support your back. Point and flex, legs up the wall. Pressing your heels towards the ceiling, toes draw down, tailbone draws down, palms, back of your arms, back of your head. Even draw your navel down towards your spine and breathe with a smile on your face. Proverbs 31, woman, she is clothed in strength and dignity. Can you feel the strength and dignity in your body? And she smiles at the days to come. It can be strong in the body, soft in the face, ease for your face. Three, 2, 1. We're going to draw those knees in, wrap your arms around your shins and rock and roll. Hands back down by your hips. We're doing legs up the wall again. This time we're going to go into a slow bicycle motion. Right over your hips. Notice the pace you choose to move at. You're in control of the pace that you move your body to. And now let's reverse that. And forward again. 3, 2, 1. Dropping your feet to the mat, soles of the feet, heels together. Let the outside of your legs open towards the ground. Practice releasing into your inner thighs. Practice releasing into your pelvis and your abdomen. And as like we started this morning, if you want to bring your clasped hands above your head, elbows bent, let's create an opening across your heart. Ephesians 1:18. Open the eyes of their hearts and let the light of your truth flood in. Shine your light on the hope you are calling them to embrace. Reveal to them the glorious riches you are preparing as their inheritance. Ephesians 1:18. Open the eyes of their hearts and let the light of your truth flood in. Draw the knees back in towards the body and send the right leg down the mat. We'll keep the left knee in close, the right leg straightens down the mat, and we'll circle the left ankle. I see your feet waving at me this morning. Circle your left ankle one direction and then the other. We'll bring the leg over to the right side for spine twist. Finding your slow, full inhale. Your slower, fuller, longer exhale. Slow, full inhale. Slower, fuller, longer exhale. Open the eyes of our hearts, Lord. Let the light of your truth flood in. Shine your light on the hope you are calling us to embrace. Reveal to us the glorious riches you are preparing as our inheritance. Just reading that promise as a prayer over us this morning. Let's bring our hips back to the mat. Send the left leg down straight. Draw the right leg in close. Circle the right ankle. In both directions. Draw the right leg over to the left side for supine spine twist. If it feels safe for your neck, finish up the spine twist here by turning your chin towards your right shoulder. And you breathe with your slow, full inhales, your slower, fuller, longer exhales as I read this Ephesians 1:8 again over us as a prayer. Open the eyes of our hearts, Lord, and let the light of your truth flood in. Shine your light on the hope you are calling us to embrace. Reveal to us the glorious riches you are preparing as our inheritance. Ephesians 1:18. Open the eyes of our hearts. Three, two, one. Bring the hips back to the mat. Draw those knees in close. Wrap your arms. And this time, if you'd like to turn your knees in a circle above your hips as you draw your tailbone towards the ground. And moving the knees in the other direction. Now we'll let the body fall to one side. And using your palms to press the body up, we will meet here in simple seated. Let's find a rotation here around the foundation of the earth. We move the body. Ground stays firm and secure underneath. After you've gone one way, you might try the other. Still feeling, yep, that ground is firm and secure under my body. And let's bring that body now into our tall, still spine. Feel that string at the crown of your head, drawing your head up into the heavenly realms. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Psalm 26:3. Let's draw the hands in heart center. Take in a breath, reaching your heart up towards your thumbs. And on the exhale, let your breath and your shoulders drop low. There you go, my friends. Thank you for joining me here for another Stretch and Flow Devotional. Until we can move and breathe together again, I bid you God's peace. Shalom.